Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it, because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. How's y'all Wednesday going? I hope it's going well. Am I the only one gets to dancing sometimes doing that intro? I might be alone. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Go on and subscribe while you're over here. And you all don't forget to put a like down there for me. Just hit that like button or hit the dislike button, but hit something down there. And I will appreciate it big time. Listen, you all, right off the top, I want to take a second to thank those of you who have been over here with me since nearly day one. And I know that there are others, because the numbers say so, but you haven't commented, so I don't have your names to personally thank you. But I do thank you for coming over here often to talk about Beyond the Gates, or listen in to about Beyond the Gates. My aim is to make this a place behind the gates where we can discuss this show. And I really appreciate you guys' input, sharing your knowledge with me about behind stuff that I don't even know about, and giving history on stuff. That's always fun to learn things. And I want you guys to keep doing that, because I just love it. We're going to do some trivia over here one night when we do our Friday night live, because I know so many of you know so much. It'd be fun to maybe throw a little trivia in there as well. And you probably end up stomping me, more than likely. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching the channel, for subscribing to the channel. It is my goal to reach 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm only 40 away from that. So if y'all can get me 40 people in here to subscribe, or if you're listening to it over here and you come over here and listen, go on and subscribe for me and help me reach that goal. It will be really good to make my first 2,000. I will be so excited, and we can celebrate over here together, okay? Because we want this to be a place of inclusiveness and community, where we hang out and just forget about everything else and talk about these Duprees, honey, and then go back to our lives a little bit lighter due to laughter and conversation. So I thank you. And I just wanted to thank those of you whose names I do know because you've commented. And remember, if you're not on this list, it's only because I haven't seen a comment from you. So if you comment something, the next time I can put you down on this list. But I want to thank Real Talk 1411. Linda Bias Barnett, and Destiny H. Tony Lynn, who joined us yesterday. Bratfest, who I think also joined us yesterday or the day before. Stephanie Washington, Bilo DD, and Salneam M, and Blatant Truth, Miss B, Lynn, and Yvette Murtha. I thank you guys so much for coming over here and hanging out with a sister. Y'all be making my day, child. Anyway, let me get over here and see what had happened behind these gates today. But first, let me see if you all have any comments down before we get started, okay? Okay. Miss B said, I'm here. What happened today, Miss J? I'm going to get into it. Lynn says, hello, how is everyone today? Well, y'all tell Lynn how y'all doing. Y'all hear this sister speaking to y'all? Tony says, hi, everyone. Reminder again that there is no Beyond the Gates tomorrow and Friday due to basketball, but no episodes will be missed since they are continuing from the end of today's episodes to continue from. That's good information. Thank you for that again, Tony. He says, "There on next Monday." Okay, thank you. I look forward to that. Blatant Truth says, "Hello, everyone." Blatant, I just got through shouting all of you guys out. Just thanking you guys for coming over here and hanging out with me. All right, y'all, let's get to it. It wasn't no heavy tea today, so I decided break out the fancy teacups, give y'all like so you can still sip this. You can sip what went on today, okay? So let's get started with Ashley and Derek, because you know we always like to get them out the way. But I'm gonna tell you something. Based upon what happened today, I don't know now. Ashley might be moving on up a little bit. No, well, Ashley might. Derek, I don't know about you. I'm worried about you. Okay. Anyway, Derek calls Ashley at work because he's cooked and he wants her to make sure she gets home for that. And she's like, you need to rest. What you doing up cooking? Your head is hurt, child. And but he's like, nah, you come on home and I want to cook for you. So she promises that she will be there and she will be on time. But then when she hangs up the phone from him, she goes and stands over by her desk, child, and she's sitting over there thinking about Andre. Ashley, girl, did we not tell you no better? We done told you about this boy right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a sip of water. We done told y'all. We done told you about Andre, but you still. But go ahead, child. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, get down. That's all we can tell you. All right. So meanwhile, Andre is over to Danny's house right now, trying to take care of her a little bit. But I'm hoping that she don't take the bait because, girl, Andre gets around, girl. Okay, all right, because he's being sweet to her. But can he be consistent? That's gonna be the question. Can he be consistent? Because we don't know yet. We still waiting to see. I made a change in my sound today, so if you guys are having any problems hearing me, please let me know. Okay, so Ashley finally makes it home. And Derek has made dinner, and I mean, he's laid it all out. She's all like, "Oh, this is so sweet." I mean, Derek is trying so hard to be all the man she needs. But, child, why does people who try so hard never get love to work out for them? Huh? Love is supposed to be easy like Sunday morning, not chaotic like a Monday morning and you run around because you're late for work. And Derek, it's looking like you just running around in a circle because you know something is afoot. You just don't know what, but he feel it in his spirit. His spidey senses are tingling, and he knows something ain't right. But we need for Derek to keep this love interest, because if she break up with him, who gonna want him after this? Because Derek a little boy, he's sweet, but he a little boring. So Derek, you need your job now. So you make sure these writers keep you written into here with Ashley, because what you gonna do? Except they turn you crazy after this. If we don't want to see you, have to go there. Anyway, Derek gets a phone call, right? And he says, I gotta go. It's all hands on deck. And she's like, what? I thought you was off. He says, I am, but it's all hands on deck. And when that happens, we all got to go. If you can make it, we make it. That means everybody, we gotta come. So she said, okay. So when he leaves, he told her that he'll be back as soon as he can. Okay. All right. So now Ashley's sitting up there drinking and thinking. And she goes up in the cabinet where she done hid that collage picture that Andre gave her. And she's just sitting up there looking at it. But y'all can plainly see in the background, she's sitting right by a picture of her and Derek. Shouldn't that be enough? You and that cup of wine, girl? Ashley, we're going to need you to straighten up, girl. Later on, we finally get to hear her mother say something, except sitting in the cafe with the girls, usually with the ladies who lunch. Finally, we get a chance to hear a little something from Ashley's mother. I don't know her name yet, but we get to hear a little something from her. And her mother comes over and she sees the collage and she's like, what's this? And she's like, this is the guy who I delivered the baby with. And her mother says, oh, because I know I ain't never met him. And she's like, yeah, he's a nephew of Dr. Richardson. He one of them Duprees. She kind of bragging. Her mother just kind of looking at her. And she's like, okay. She's like, but you know what, Mom? You can have this picture if you want it. And she's like, well, why are you trying to give it to me? He gave it to you. And she's like, I just don't think I really should have it around. And she's like, what's going on, Ashley? And Ashley says, he tried to kiss me. Child, you know she was just dying to tell somebody the tea. She wanted to tell somebody about what had happened, child. So she tells her mother, and her mother says, well, what happened? She says, well, he tried, but he didn't. I told him not to, and he didn't cross the line. And her mother says, well, as long as he didn't cross the line, then he was being respectful, then it's okay. So Ashley's like, yeah, he's fun, he's nice. If we were in a different orbit, maybe things would be we would be real friends. And her mama just kind of looks at her like, girl, I know you playing. I know you playing. Hmm. Well, after they eat, her mom is helping her to clean up. And Ashley is back over there on the couch. And you know what she doing, right? She done picked that picture back up and she looking at it again. And then her mother is looking at her from a distance. I had a different picture, a close up of. I'm gonna tell you something. What I saw in that mama. Now this is what I saw. This is me. You know, y'all suspicion is rubbing off on me because I'm not suspicious. It's y'all to be suspicious. But I was wondering to myself. I said, I wonder if she would rather that Ashley is with this Dupree Richardson because of that money. Because if the daughter marry up, mama marry up. I mean, Derek nice, but Derek's struggling still. And I'm just saying, mama may not want to struggle no more either. Let me check the comments before we move on to the next section because I know I don't like to miss what y'all saying. Okay, let's see. Lynn says, hey, B, you are very welcome. Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you. Dee Dee says, hey, everyone. Elaine says, hello, BTG peeps. Hey, Elaine. I done shouted you out earlier too, girl. Blatant Truth says, Ashley and Derek have not moved 1 inch. Girl, look, listen. Blatant, that is, I'm saying female, but if it's not, just like I said before, let me know. But listen, they did move a little bit today. Give them a little bit. They so plain. They so plain. Give them this little bit, blatant. Just this little bit. Tony Lynn says, oh no, Ashley is going to bite that forbidden fruit. Andre, I hope she does not. But she is, Tony. She's going to do it, Tony. She gonna jump in, let go of her for show thing, trying to reach for something that is not for sure. She gonna do it. She got to do it. I mean, it's TV. Blatant says her name is Jan. Thank you for that. Let me grab my paper and write down that Ashley's mama's name is Jane. Hold on. Ashley's mom. Okay, thank you for that. This is why I like to hang with y'all, because y'all be knowing stuff. Okay, so then we move on to Danny and Andre. Danny came in, Andre came in, and he finds Danny on the floor. Because she was laid out like Top Cat when we had last seen her. So she's still laid out on the floor, and he comes in there and gets her, and he's like, girl, get up from here, and helps her to get over to the couch. Meanwhile, Dr. Ted and Nicole are looking over pictures, and he talks about how Andre is so good at capturing her essence. Because one thing that Ted can do, Ted know how to really put it on really heavy. He's really good at being so sweet, just so sweet. Okay, so he's telling her that, but I'm telling you, I really do think that he does like her. But Ted on the side, he gonna Ted on the side. So anyhow, later on, Eva and her mother. Let me go to this because I didn't separate them. Eva is sitting down talking to her mom, and her mom has cooked like this slamming meal, and she's like telling her mom, the food was so good. And it seems like Eva was really trying to lead her mother into a conversation of, I just want to talk about other stuff other than us, staying on stuff about my dad. Like, can we just talk about some other stuff? So she's like, oh, the food was really good, man. You know, you really cook. And her mom was like, so listen, what you know about your dad? She just wanted to get right to that. Okay. And she starts telling her about that she had met. Um, hold on one second. Let me see what I'm looking at. Oh, she first reminds Eva, she's like, first of all, I want you to remember that we cannot be seen together, or Ted gonna find out. And Leslie is upset because she feels like Ted and her, wait, no, I'm sorry. Leslie is upset because she thought that Ted is the one that had her put out of that event. That's what I wrote. So she thought that Ted was the one that had her put out of the event. And Eva looking all nervous, like, ooh, Lord God. So she changed that subject up a little bit and she's like, well, I'm glad that you was able to get around there, because she was like, please let's not get talking about that. Because she flashed back in her mind about when she went over to the man and told him, you know, "Psst, put my mom up out of here." She didn't say her mama, but she's like, "Psst, put Sherry out." So Bill and Haley are still talking about her wanting them to be over and done with. I did not separate this today, so y'all gonna have to bear with me because I usually put them all in one story together. Bill and Haley, meanwhile, are talking about her wanting them to be done and over with, because that's what she told him yesterday. She's like, look, I'm tired of this. I think we should just go on about our business. So she's telling him again, she's like, I just think we should just leave this thing behind. And Bill starts insisting. He's like, listen, the worst is behind us. And Haley said, for you, is the worst is behind you for you, but I'm the one running around here not respected. And I don't want to put up with it being mocked for the rest of my life. Girl, like I said, girl, you better manipulate your manipulator, girl. You better go and get Bill to do what you want him to do, girl. Because like somebody said yesterday, I think we're going to find some things out about Haley. Because Haley ain't sugar sweet as she pretends to be either. Okay? Not at all. Well, Andre is busy taking care of Danny, like he do. And they talk about her drinking or her drinking. And she insists to him, she's like, I'm not going to do it anymore. You don't have to worry. Y'all already know Danny word ain't worth 10 cents. If Danny says she is, she ain't. And if Danny says she ain't, she is. That's where it is for Danny, for me from now on. Danny, we don't believe you no more, girl. Not yet. You're going to have to do some jail time before we believe you, and some therapy. Because you can't be stopped. But I hope that Andre doesn't become an enabler. I just hope he doesn't. Because she needs some help. She don't need nobody telling her what she needs to hear. So she told him, she said, listen, don't tell nobody about me drinking and stuff, though. Please don't tell nobody. He was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't got to worry about me. But that ain't what happened. Okay? But he promised her. Sidebar. I really like that pink couch, y'all. That pink couch is cute because it is the way it's balanced in that room. Okay, now back to the top. Oh, but wait a minute. But as someone also had said yesterday, I think that Haley really did try to copy um, uh, Danny's house. But girl, you missed the mark big time. You see, go back over there. When you was over there, you should have took some pictures of the room and then went home and redid your room, because your room ain't looking like this room, girl. You have failed at that. Okay. So anyway, Bill is back at the house asking Haley. He says, listen, what happened to my fire-breathing dragon, huh? What happened to her? What happened to her? I need you to bring her back. He wants her to stand up for herself. She said, the Duprees are trying to break me. And she's got these servers, even these lowly servers, because she has come up in the world. Okay. She said, she even got the servers ignoring me down to the club. And she said to Bill, she said, sometimes I think you're enjoying this, Bill. Uh-oh, Bill, I think she on you. You better change subjects. So Bill is like, that's not true. He goes on to promise her. He's like, listen, I'm going to give you the life that I promised you. Because she's like, where's the life that you promised me? That ain't what's going on. All I'm facing is turmoil, issues, and problems. And he's like, you know what? I think, yeah, you're right. I got to make things right with you. Okay. She said, yeah, you better, because I think I got some decisions to make. Ooh, Bill, I know you wondering who this is up in your house, Bill, because you don't recognize her, do you? That ain't that little tame cat you brought to the house, because she done grow fangs and claws and things. She not playing with you. She not playing with you. She wants you to get them Duprees off her back, and she mean yesterday with the quickness, sir. And she's tired of it. She's over it. Eva is back at the house, though, telling her mother all about Tomas, and she was looking like this the whole time. She was like, "Ma, I met this guy Tomas, and he's a lawyer, Ma." And her mom was like, She said, "And you know he liked cat, but I think yeah, I could pull it." Her mother was like, "Oh no, 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 no! You keep your distance and stay clear." And Eva didn't like that. Eva did not like that because I think Eva was like, "I can get me a boyfriend of a higher step." Like Eva trying to come up, and her mama trying to get revenge. Eva wants some good life, Leslie Laura Sherry. She want a good life. Let this girl have a good life, but not with your sister's friend. Now, Eva, don't do that now. But she's, her mother's like, you need to stay focused, girl. Stay focused. Stay away from him. Well, Danny and Andre are talking, and they speak on things that Danny needs to do, like taking care of herself, getting some rest, looking for solace someplace else other than the bottom of a bottle. Now, Danny, Andre got that same look on his face, though, when he had you laid across his lap. To me, far as I can see here, he had this faraway look in his eye, the same one that not Nicole, Ashley had when she was down to the hospital thinking about him. It's like they having the same twin thoughts now. I'm thinking about you. You thinking about me. You thinking about. See, they on each other's mind. It's the beginning. See that? I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, I'm trying to tell you that they did move a little bit today. They moved the story just a little taste, just a little, not a lot, but a little bit. So Dr. Nicole is talking. Oh, wait, let me go back. Because they went back to Eva and her mother. So Eva done jumped up and want to know why she can't have Tomas. He's a lawyer, and Eva wants that. And her mom says, "Don't get upset. We don't want to get Cat upset. We need you inside, and we need you to try to make amends with Cat. And you can't do that messing around over there with Tomas. So leave that alone." But y'all know Eva ain't gonna listen. Y'all know Eva ain't gonna listen. Y'all already know Eva ain't gonna listen because Eva like that Tomas. Okay, she like that Tomas. So y'all can hang that up. Don't even wish that for her, because that's not going to happen. So her mother tells her, she says, "This is what I want you to get your mind on. I need another event planned around Ted this time." And she's like, "Why?" She says, "So I can bust up in there and tell the truth about Ted right up in the middle of the situation." And she says, "And I know we can do it." And Eva's like, "We? You mean me?" She says, "Yeah, you're right. You. And you are going to do it. Girl, don't make your mama pull that motorcycle. You know how your mama something else with a motorcycle, girl. You better be careful with your mama. People in the hospital right now due to your very mama. So you better lay low, because your mama don't play, girl. Leslie Laura Sherry don't play, girl. You better stop playing with her." Well, when Dr. Nicole and Andre are talking, Andre and her start talking about Ashley first. So she's checking in on him. And she's like, you ain't never gonna get married. By the time she's like, "I want to be at your wedding, but by the time you get married, it's gonna be 30, 40 years from now." And he was like, "Nah, nah." And she's like, "Nah, I know one day you will, and you'll make somebody a good husband." And he said, "No worries about the Ashley thing. She's got zero interest in me." So he thinks. Child, let me tell y'all something. Wait, no, that didn't come yet. I'm gonna tell you what I thought was about to happen. I was like, "Woo, child." Ooh, he about to set too much up in there. But anyway, Eva's mom said that the Richardson's anniversary is coming up, and that would be the perfect time for you to make sure that they have a party. Okay. She said, "This is a better fit for what I want to do. Just blow up a perfect moment for him while he up there talking all about Nicole." And she says, "So I want them to have a big bash." And she's telling her again, like, "You're gonna do it. and you're gonna do it. Okay? And so, what is this girl gonna do except do what her mama wanted to do? Because you know her mama boss it and a little crazy. But we don't really talk about that part in front of her face like that. But she know her mama is a little crazy. Eva says, I don't want to disappoint you, so she says that she will do it. See, Eva got a decent side, I think. Eva is not 100% like her mama. I think she's a little bit more like her daddy than her mama. And she's watching her mama unravel, and she ain't digging it. She ain't really feeling it. But you know what we're gonna do. All right, so back to Haley and Ted, right? Ted done set up this table in that little tacky corner in their living room they got, talking about, I just wanted us to pretend like we're back in Italy and he's got Italian music playing in the background. And she's like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Haley says, see, you're really trying. He trying today, Haley. He trying today, girl. But in 30 more days, girl, he will not be putting all this effort into this. Because let me tell you something. Truth be told, Haley, right? If Bill has time to be at home and not go into the office, right? Follow me. Listen to me now. If he got time to stay at home and do his work, why couldn't Bill have stayed in Italy and did his work remotely? He ain't going into the office no way, girl. And I think it's because he need to be back there to check on Danny. But we'll see, because, I'm just saying, girl, y'all didn't have to make the trip back based upon what he did when you got back. Well, Bill said he just wanted to thank Haley. So he knows he's been missing the mark lately and all these different things are going on. He says, and I just want to make it up to you. So he gives her these earrings. And they're very nice. They were some she had previously seen, so she was very, very pleased. Okay. One thing a narc can do, baby, a narcissist can do is wine and dine you and buy you some gifts. They real good at that. Okay. Because they want you to be right where they want you until they don't want you no more. So I'm just saying. All right. Bill, I think, is fearing losing the upper hand because he knows that Haley is handling him a little bit right now. And he's trying to get that upper hand back. But I don't know. This girl might be slicker than you know. We will have to see. Dr. Nicole and Ted are talking about their vacation and where they plan to go, right? And so while they're joking and teasing with each other, he's like, I'm gonna take you on a tour of every city in America to all its baseball fields. Oh girl, they've been upgraded, you're gonna love it. And she's like, I know you playing with me. So Eva walks in while they laughing and talking about that. And see, just like Kat said, she's always somehow right where she needs to be so that things work out in her favor. So this is perfect. They talking about the anniversary, and now she can hatch her mother's plan if she wants to. If she wants to. Or she could just make good with the people. That's what she could do, right? So Danny wakes up from her nap and Andre is gone, right? And she's over there trying her best, trying her level best not to drink. But she's looking across the room at that bottle of wine. She want that ripple so bad, y'all. she want that ripple so bad. Ooh, she could taste it, but she turned her back on it. She's like, I ain't about to mess with that. I'm just not. Well, when Eva, Ted and Nicole are telling Eva about their fake plans, right? And while they're telling her about the fake plans, she's like, you know what y'all should do? You should just have a party. And Dr. Cole says, well, that sounds better because honestly, I don't have the time in my schedule to really get away right now. Okay. So she talks them into having a party. She's like, but I'm gonna have to leave it up to the two of you because you know I ain't got time. And Eva was like, it'll be easy. We just did the other thing. We could do the other thing. Well, that's what Ted said. She just did the whole other thing. She can handle it. Don't worry about it. Because you know Ted got faith in his daughter. Ted knows this his child. Ted, you know we know you know this your baby. We just waiting for you for it to come out. But we know you know. So anyway, Eva leaves to go put Kat's dress back in her closet. Look here, y'all. This is what I'm wondering, right? Because you know I'm a little suspicious around behind the gates, right? Do y'all think she gonna find something in Cat room while she up there? Cause I think she is. I think she gonna do a little snooping while she up there. If she don't, I ain't about to understand why. Cause she already want to know about Tomas and all of that. But you know, we'll wait and see. I don't want to be being too suspicious. Haley and Bill are talking after dinner, right? Let me scroll back up to their pictures. So they're talking after dinner, and let me find a picture. They're talking after dinner, and Haley says, "We need to talk." Girl, Haley, this is the first thing you're gonna have to learn, especially dealing with a man of a certain age, baby. Don't no man like to hear the words "we need to talk." If you want to talk, just start talking, but never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, never preempt the conversation where we need to talk. A man hear that and he would rather that a dog should bite his pinky toe than that he should have to go through whatever it is that you want to talk about, girl. Now he had already gave you the gift. Now you need to stop. You need to stop. Because Bill don't want to talk about nothing, especially when you done sat up here and made an announcement. Anybody, any woman worth the salt in her greens can tell you that never, ever, never leave with the words, "We need to talk." Okay, okay. But see, because he gave her that gift, he was able to avoid, air quote, y'all air quote with me, talking. Okay, they didn't have to talk. Okay, because girl, he'll give you a kidney to shut that door down. No, ma'am. Danny grabs that bottle of muscatel from over there off the counter, and y'all gonna be proud of her. See, she poured it out. She ain't even put her pinky or finger out there to get none of it. Taste it. She ain't even do that. She just poured it straight on, straight on, straight on down the sink. See, I think y'all message is getting through to her today. Just for today. Don't count on that to be going on forever, because y'all know how Danny likes to get down. Okay. So then they have these little flashbacks. Bill and Haley are still talking, and he tells her that she don't need to fight alone. I'm gonna be there with you every step of the way. Eva gets home and is talking to her mother, and she tells her, and she's like her mama met her at the door. What happened, girl? And she's like, well, good news. I was able to get them to plan a party. And she said, "Will you do the planning and I'll bring all the fireworks?" Well, y'all, that's all that had went down today down behind the fence today. I'm saying behind the fence. Behind the fence today. That's all that had went down there today. So it was good, we enjoyed it. It was cute. It was a kiki. We learned it. And I don't care what you said now. I think that they did move the needle just a little bit. Let me check these comments because I know y'all been down here talking up a storm. Okay, Blatant Truth says, I am a female. I can't with their storyline until it gets juicy. Girl, it's about to get juicy because they both stand in space thinking about each other. So we gonna see what's gonna happen. She gonna be a fool. And right at the time when Danny falls, listen here, listen, Blatant. This is what I think gonna happen. Right when she fall for him, right? I think that I stopped because I forgot something. So let me just throw this in for y'all right quick, and then I'll come back to that. Did I tell y'all that Andre ended up telling Dr. Nicole that Danny has a drinking problem? I don't know where I missed that at, but Andre ended up telling Dr. Nicole about Danny's drinking problem. He says Danny really needs some support. But the thing is this is what I want to tell y'all. Child, when he said it's something else I need to tell you, when I tell y'all my heart was beating fast, I was like, boy, don't you tell this woman, because it was right around when he was like, I didn't got over Ashley, but it's something else I need to tell you. I was like, child, don't you tell Dr. Nicole you over there messing with us. So don't you tell it. Don't you tell it. So I was scared that that's what was about to happen, But anyway, back to Nicole then, right? I hope that Nicole does not mess around and fall for Andre right when I don't know why people like to bother me during this time of day. I'm gonna have to pick y'all another time. But anyway, I believe that if she ends up falling in love with him, I hope Danny don't fall in love with him at the same time. Because Ashley, baby, let me tell you something. Girl. You are not ready to deal with Danny in one of her crazy fits. Girl, messing with somebody that Danny won't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. As my sister used to say, you would rather tongue kiss with the devil than mess with her. I'm about to tell you, baby, you better hope that ain't what's gonna happen, because that'd be too much for to see. That'd be like them going from 0 to 50. That'd be too much movement at one time. But okay, so she says, I can't with that storyline till it gets juicy. Tony says, I think Haley only married Bill for the money, no love at all. Yeah, I think she married him for the money, the security. Like she thought she was just gonna plug into a life, but it may be deeper than that. And so I think y'all may be on the right track with that. Haley is manipulating Bill, and he is. And doing a good job at it for a young girl. She really is, unless she's lying about her age, but I don't think so. Tony Lynn says Bill is still infatuated and obsessed with Danny. He does not know what love is either. See, this is why I tell people all the time, child, leave these people alone that just got out of these relationships, because they ain't doing nothing but looking for a crutch. And if you got a broke leg and you have a crutch, you don't need the crutch no more when your leg heals. So when they hard heal, they don't need you no more. Get on out the way and come back. You circle back later, but don't get caught up in that. But she done got caught up in it, because I agree with you. I think he very much still does like Danny. I mean, that was his wife ever. So girl, you can't really compete with that. Elaine says first she was sweet, but now they are married. Now that they are married, she doesn't think this will work. Yeah, that was a con right there. Yeah, she's definitely working the room. She's working it. Okay. It's like they said in what was that movie? The Five Heartbeats. Work it, JT, work it. She was working it. Okay. Dee Dee said Ripple. Girl, yeah, she was drinking that Ripple Muscatel. Or as they said that time also on Sanford and Son, that Beaujolais. Girl. Mm-mm. Dee Dee says, I hate those words too. What, the ones about we need to talk? We need to talk. Girl, they done about it. Just talk, child. Don't start up with that stuff. Elaine says, I hate that this is the last show for the week. I know, right? But the good news is Friday, I will put the notification up probably during the day on Friday as to what time. I think I'm gonna try to pull off this first live, and we can all gather here and talk about some of the things that we've come to realize, or stuff that's just to go over these different characters, what you all stuff, because y'all got to hear me talk all the time. So we can do a live together. You have to turn your cameras on, and we just talk, and you all can come up, and we can have some conversation about the different characters, where we think they're going. And like I said, we're gonna have to come up with some kind of prize, like a little $10 prize or something, for when we got to put something real big on the table about what we think, and whoever ends up to be right about it will get the $10. Okay. But listen, y'all, listen what's happening next week. They showed this in the previews. I'm gonna share one thing. See this picture right here? Haley and Naomi have a face-off. Now that's the one that brought Haley in the house. This is Danny's daughter, Naomi, right? And Naomi is the one that was friends with Haley that brought her in the house. So, we're gonna have to be here to catch tea about what they was talking, what went down. Because Haley said, oh Lord, I forgot what she said. She said something like, I can't believe you, or something like that. You can't believe her. Girl, we still trying to believe you. We believe in Santa Claus before we believe in you, girl. So listen, this is what I need y'all to do next week. I need y'all to discuss amongst yourselves down in the comment section. I need somebody to bring some of the little macaron cookies to the tea party when we get together next week. Which one of y'all want to bring those? See these look, see she eating these sandwiches. We need some of them little macaron cookies for next week. And make sure y'all bring enough for everybody. Don't just bring a little bit, bring enough for everybody, okay? So that we can all share. So listen, y'all. Here are questions. Has Andre finally gotten to Ashley? Huh? What does Laura Leslie Sherry have planned for that party? And I wonder what kind of outfits we got to wear. What are Naomi and her ex-best friend, now stepmother Haley, going to face off about? And exactly Who did Vernon call in that preview for next week on the phone and told them to get up there right now? Who did Vernon call? Who are you talking about? Are we about to meet a new character? Child, we gonna have to meet right here Monday to find out as we continue to dig deep into all the business beyond the gates. Thank you all. Please subscribe to the page, like and share it with somebody. Don't forget, I'm looking for 40 more people so I can make it to my goal of 2,000 subscribers. And I need you guys' help to get there. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I do hope you're having a great day. And if you're not, please remember that there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.